Licensed to Love. It was a hot and humid morning in Charleston, South Carolina, in the summer of 1968. Pam was only 18 years old, but she had been in love with Ralph since the third grade. Her heartbeat sped up when she heard his car rumble up to her parents' property. They were going to the courthouse. Ralph jumped out of the car and ran around to the passenger side to open the door for Pam. "Hi, honey," he said. "Good morning," replied Pam. Her eyes were sparkling in the morning sunlight. Pam had pulled her shiny hair back with a yellow ribbon that matched her shirt. Ralph's eyes began to water as the sight of his girl stirred up his emotions. With Pam in the car, Ralph backed out of the driveway. The two lovebirds had a date to go fishing that day. Yes, it seems unromantic, but fishing was their passion. Pam and Ralph spent every weekend at the lake, casting their reels and stealing glances at one another. For hours and hours they sat on the dock, fished, talked, and enjoyed their company. On that morning, before the lake, Pam and Ralph were headed to the government office to renew their fishing licenses. It was early. The courthouse had only just opened, and no one was there except Pam, Ralph, and the court clerk. Ralph clasped Pam's hand, and they walked closely together on the way to the clerk's window. "Hello, may I help you?" asked the clerk. She smiled at the two young people who were so clearly in love. Seeing their affectionate hand-holding made the clerk think of a time long ago when she had first met her husband. The clerk smiled at the memory. She still loved her husband very much. Ralph spoke for both. "We're here for a license." Pam noticed that Ralph's hand felt sweaty in hers. She looked at Ralph, but he wasn't looking at Pam. He was looking at the clerk. Pam sensed that something about the way Ralph was standing, so straight and tall, made him suddenly seem older than her. They were both the same age, but Ralph's maturity was evident when he talked confidently to the clerk. "Very well," said the clerk. "What kind of license would you like today?" Ralph told the clerk that he wanted to buy a fishing license. The clerk informed Ralph that the cost of a fishing license would be $5. Pam couldn't believe what Ralph said next. It was not at all what she was expecting to hear that day. Pam thought it was just a regular Friday, but her life was about to be changed forever when she heard what Ralph said to the court clerk. Ralph said, "$5? That's too much. I see here that a marriage license only costs $2. How about selling me one of those?" Ralph turned toward Pam and knelt on one knee. With his free hand, Ralph fished around in his pants pocket. He pulled out a gold and diamond ring and held it up for Pam. "Honey, will you marry me? Will you be my wife?" Pam's legs went weak, and she nearly fell over with surprise. Yet there was no hesitation before she answered. She had known for years that this day would come. She just didn't know when. Pam knew exactly how to respond. "Yes, yes, yes, my love. I will marry you." And so that day, Pam and Ralph bought the marriage license for $3, less than the price of a fishing license. The couple saved $3, and they went on to gain a beautiful life together with 4 children, 5 grandchildren, 2 great grandchildren, and 60 wedding anniversaries. But that's not all. Pam and Ralph also earned a wonderful love story to share with you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.